Hey Inazuma fans, welcome to my first ever video where I'll be reviewing merchandise relating to Inazuma 11. In this video I'll be going through the books and manga that are available for mostly Inazuma GO. So I'll start with the manga since that's the one that most people will be aware of, and I'm not going to show you the first one because I've completely butchered it since I'm in the process of translating it at the moment, but I'll show you volumes 2 and 3. So the Go manga has, it's 2 for Holy Road, then it has, I think 3 for Chrono Stone, and then 1 for Galaxy. So that's 6 books in total, and personally I'm not a huge fan of the manga. I find the art to be not wonderful, and the storyline it's quite different from the anime. I also feel like apart from the main characters like Tenma Tsurugi, the other characters really don't appear. So even though it gives a list of characters at the start of the Raimon characters, if you're a fan of a character like Kirino, for example, he really doesn't appear or play a major role apart from like maybe a few panels, but nothing major. But yeah, I also found it a little boring, to be honest, so I think like after the first 2 books I just didn't really read the rest of it. And the artist is Yabuno Tenya, who's the same artist as the original Inazuma manga. Now if you're a fan of the series and if you are interested in the manga, then I would recommend it, I guess, because it is a little bit different from the anime, but yeah. As for the price, the manga is probably the cheapest thing out of everything I have here. I usually buy them at a place called Book Off, which is a secondhand bookstore in Japan. They do have a website, but I think they only deliver within Japan, but you might be able to find them on Amazon Japan, and in any case, I'll put a link in the description of how you can go about buying these. Okay, so I'll move on to the next one, which is also a manga, but it's by a different artist, Koshita Tetsuhiro, and it's like the Exploding Side Story collection. So personally I preferred this one a lot more. I found the art was a lot more, just more pleasing to the eye, and then the story is from when Endo takes over as Kantoku up to the Holy Road. And what I really liked about this one is that most of the captains from Holy Road appeared, and even some of the minor characters like Hinano Kinsuke, if anyone's a fan, there's Namikawa there, for example, Tengawara, Kurosaki, Taiyo, so that was really cool, and like I said before, my favorite thing about this is just how cute the art is. So if you're fussy about manga, or if you don't want to like buy the whole series, this is the one I would recommend just to have in your collection, because in my opinion, it's just a lot better looking, and it looks more similar to the anime style as well. It's very similar to the anime, I think. There's no huge differences, but yeah, that's this one. So the next 2 are kind of related, so I'll do them together. So the first one, it's the manga version of the Bonds Gryphon movie. So it's the Bonds Gryphon movie, but in manga form. However, it is full color, so the colors are great. This one is great quality. I'll start with the pros. So the good thing about this is if you're learning Japanese, like me, you can see all the dialogue written down there, and it's easy to follow, and because there's pictures, it's not that difficult to understand. So even if you don't understand Japanese, because of the pictures, and even if you only understand a little bit of Japanese, it's very easy to follow. I find the dialogue is not too complicated. That goes for all of the manga in general, since this is a series aimed at young adults. I guess the downside of this one is that it's basically just the movie but in manga form. So if you're not a huge fan of the movie, I wouldn't super recommend it, because like I said before, it's just the movie but in manga form. But if you were a fan of the movie, or you want to practice your Japanese, or if you want this for your collection, then I would recommend this one. The next one is my personal favorite out of everything here, but also the one I would least recommend to everyone. Again, it's to do with the Ultimate Bonds Gryphon movie, but it is the novelized version of it, so lot of kanji there. It starts off with a couple of colored pages, and this is magazine quality paper. Again, it's great quality. Even though everything here is secondhand, the quality is still really high. It's basically like buying brand new, only a lot cheaper. So yeah, the reason I wouldn't recommend this if you don't understand Japanese, I feel like it's just a bit of you're wasting your money, since I don't think you'll get much enjoyment out of this. If you do understand Japanese, I would completely recommend it, because it's apart from being like, it's decently long. I think it's up to, is it 300? It's no, okay, 200 pages. And it includes like information that was not available anywhere else. So it has a little bit of backstory on Tsurugi Hakuryu, and it has it even says, like, for the Inazuma Japan members, how Fubuki and Kazemaru are popular with girls because of their looks, that sort of thing. I found pretty amusing. But yeah, like I said before, if you don't understand Japanese, I would not really recommend this one, because I feel like you won't get that much enjoyment out of it. So I'm about halfway through reading this, by the way. I'm not finished it yet, since it's my first novel not aimed at young children. I'll finish it eventually. But if you are still interested in this and you don't speak Japanese, I will be translating it eventually. I'm not sure when, but I'll be putting the translations on my blog, Inazuma 11 Translations Tumblr. And yeah, I'm not sure when. It could be a few months from now, it could even be a year from now, but I will eventually put up translation of this one. Okay, the last one is, I'm not sure if it's official, but it's like a, I mean, it has advertisements for official merchandise, so I'm not 100% sure if it's official, but it is a anthology compilation of little short stories by a list of different artists there. So it starts off, like, the first story, for example, it's about Akane wanting to take a picture together with Shindo, so she tries different ways to get that to happen. And then there's another story about Valentine's Day, and like, Shindo's very popular, and Valentine's Day gets a lot of chocolate. So does Kirino, not just from girls, but also from boys, which Tenma's very impressed by. Kirino, not so much. But yeah, it's a bunch of short stories by different artists. It's very cute. And I think all of the main characters from Go, mostly Raimon, appear in this, and then some of the other captains like Tayu or Yukimura, they also appear in this one. So this one's adorable. If you're into doujinshi, I would recommend this one. And also what I like about this is it feels like an actual manga, like you're reading an actual manga, as opposed to a doujinshi. That's what I like about this one. The next books are the All-Player Directory, and it's basically just a very detailed guide on the Inazuma GO anime. So I'll go through the layout of the books. It starts off with a couple of different pictures that I think they were like magazine covers or things like that. The book, once again, it's great quality. The pages are great quality, and then it goes through like a summary of all of the characters. So Tenma gets 2 pages because he's a main character, and then Tsurugi and Shindo also get 2 pages, and then everyone else gets about half a page. And the way it works is there's like the character name written in kanji and hiragana, and then there's their data, so like their year in school, they're a member of the soccer club, their position, their back number, their hisatsuwaza. There's a description of the character. There's like numerous pictures of the character, and then there's maybe a screenshot with a little commentary about that. That's the basic layout for the book about all of the characters. Every single character who appears in the Inazuma GO anime appears in this book. No matter how minor they are, they all get a section to themselves. And then it goes on to include the uniform of both the player character and the goalkeeper. And then it has the Keshin index here, so all of the Keshins are here. And then it has all complete guide of the match. It goes through like what happened in all of the matches, very detailed. And then finally it has, in even more detail, exactly what happened in the match, like for example, who scored the goal, what Keshins were used, if they were used, and then it finishes off with like the height comparison chart and keywords through the series, so like Keshin, Holy Road, things like that. These books are super detailed, really detailed, and then even if you don't understand Japanese, because there's a lot of pictures, things like that within the book, I don't really think it's necessary to understand Japanese, not to mention the descriptions themselves are not particularly interesting. Like, I know, like, it's mostly just like, in the match, this character helped another character defend against one of the Raimon characters. That's literally what Hinano's description says there. But, so yeah, the first one, it goes up to, I think it's Akizora Challengers, and then this one continues on from Hakuren to the first part of Chrono Stone. And it's the same format throughout the book. So yeah, they are very, very detailed, complete guide for all of the facts about the Go characters. Then, oh, there is one for Galaxy as well, but I don't own it because I refuse to buy Galaxy merchandise unless necessary. So this one is a little bit different. It seems to be about the card game, or the video game at first glance, but it's so much more than that. So it starts off with a little bit about the video game, and then it goes on to the card game, which I do like, because you get to see art that you might not ordinarily see, since, you know, you're not gonna go buy all the trading cards. I doubt you are, anyway. But yeah, you do get to see like a lot of the different art on the cards, which it's nice to have all in one place. But then the best part of this book, in my opinion, is at the back of it, it has all of the merchandise that is available for Inazuma 11. So this one, for example, that you can't really see, it's like a noren, a wall scroll. I really wanted this one, but unfortunately the one with Kirino Shindo is not available. The one with Tenman Tsurugi is available. Okay, so like giant stickers, keychains, it just gives the list of everything that's available. CDs, DVDs, school books, copies, bento boxes, which is really cool to have all in one place, because if you want to search for merchandise, all you do is type in Inazuma 11 and then type in the name of the merchandise in Japanese to see if it's available, and generally Amazon Japan will deliver. I would hope so. It's also great if you're looking for like specific characters. And then it has black and white, which is a little boring. I don't like black and white, but yeah, that's why I would recommend this one. If you're a big Go fan like me, this is a great one to have, because you can see everything that's available pretty much.